Welcome back. Today we are going to solve puzzle. It is puzzle day. Checkmate in two moves. I'm going to give you this position and then you have about 30 seconds to find both moves. So let's go. So here is the position. You have 30 seconds and then it's white's turn to play. It's white's turn to play and then you have 30 seconds in this particular position. Checkmate in two moves. You want to think about some things that you need to do. The position of all of your pieces. How can you better restrict your opponent's king? And there is something that you need to play in this particular position, right? Your rooks is well positioned, and then you need to consider what we call sacrifice. Maybe in our future videos, we are going to, talk about sacrifice and the importance of sacrifice, right? But in this position, you want to consider sacrificing, a piece that you consider very, very important. Right? So the 30 seconds is going. So in 30 seconds, I'm going to walk us through the solution to this particular puzzle. All right. So I think it's past 30 seconds. So let's go through it. Move one, queen takes f7 check. Yes, that is the sacrifice. A lot of beginners don't consider sacrificing their queen something that they can do or something that is worth doing. But there are situations where a future checkmate is more important than your queen that you have on the board, right? So you need to be able to determine the difference between checkmating and losing your queen. A lot of players get devastated or they get lost in the game whenever they lose their queen. But they fail to understand that the end game, the whole essence of playing chess, is not for them to keep track of their queen or to save their queen, but to be able to checkmate and win the game. So you losing your queen is a means to an end, and the end is to checkmate. So that is the first move. Queen takes the pawn on f7 check, and the black king retaliates because the queen is not defended. They retaliate by capturing the queen with their king on f7. Right. So after that, your next move, the second move is bishop on g2 to d5 checkmate. Bishop on g2 to g5 to d5 checkmate. So with this move, now you've been able to checkmate the black king, which does not have any other piece. Look at this beautifully positioned bishop on a1 that is controlling the whole diagonal from a1 to h8. That bishop is also one of the important piece that determines you using your queen to capture the pawn on f7. So you want to capture the pawn on f7 and then play with your queen and then play the bishop from g2 to d5 checkmate. So yes, checkmate in two moves. The key idea behind this is to sacrifice your queen, right? So that is the entire idea behind this. Sacrifice your queen by capturing the pawn on f7, and then you are good to go. Bring in your bishop. You have these two bishops controlling those two diagonals, and then you end up winning the game in two moves. Were you able to solve this puzzle? Comment yes or no below. I read every comment. So from today's um puzzle, queen is very, very powerful, but sometimes you have to consider sacrificing the queen for the utmost goal of the chess game, which is checkmating on the board. So you should be able to weigh the position and consider having the most powerful piece and not being able to checkmate, or sacrificing the most powerful piece and then checkmating the game. Tomorrow we are going to learn about discovered attack, one of the most creative and surprising tactics in chess. Subscribe and I will see you then.